Hello everyone, welcome to Bahu Banarsidas University. Myself Akash Vasne, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering. In this lecture, I am going to discuss numerical and differential relay. Numerical is based on differential relay. So firstly we will do the numerical, after that we will discuss the directional relay. So now see numerical. The figure show the differential relay used for the protection of synchronous generator winding. ठीक है, in the figure we can use a differential relay which is used for the protection of generating winding. Minimum pickup current and percentage slope of relay are 0.1 and 10%. Actually in this question it is given I peak that is minimum, it is given equals to 0.1 ampere, it is given, and percentage slope of relay, percentage slope means NR by N naught equals to 10%. If we convert into percent, it is when we convert into general values, it becomes 10 upon 100, it becomes 0.1. So slope is NR by N naught equals to 0.1. A high resistance ground occurs near the grounded neutral end with the current distribution as shown below. This is the current distribution, this is I1 and this is I2. So it is given here also, I1 equals to 340 plus 0.1 J and I2 equals to 340 plus 0.0 J. I1 and I2 are given. Assume CT ratio, CT ratios equals to 3:4. CT ratio, that is the value of K, that is defined as K, this is equals to 300 by 4. CT ratio is given. Now what do you conclude by this? In this question he is asking that the relay will operate or not. So relay is differential relay. In the differential relay we will see there is a formula I1 minus I2 upon K, that is in the mod, is greater than and equals to NR by N naught, that is the slope, mod I1 plus I2 upon 2K in the mod plus I peak. This is the expression of differential relay. If this value is satisfied, then we can say relay will operate. If this expression is satisfied, then we can say relay will operate, otherwise relay will not operate. So we will see how. Suppose we will calculate I1 minus I2 upon K. Firstly we have to mark this equation as, this is the general equation, we have to find the value and put in this expression. Okay, we have to find this value, so we have to mark this is the equation number 1. See, we have to calculate I1 minus I2 divided by K, that is in the mod, equals to I1 value is 340 plus 0.1 J. So 340 plus 0.1 J minus 340 upon K, K is 300 by 4. This is in the mod. Now 340 and minus 340 is cancel out, it becomes 0.1 J upon 300 into 4. If we calculate this value, we will get 0.4 upon 300. So we will calculate I1 minus I2 by K equals to 0.4 upon 300. Okay. Similarly, we will calculate the same thing I1 plus I2 upon 2K, we have to calculate this value. So I1 value is 340 plus 0.1, to be put here, 340 plus 0.1 J plus 340 upon 2. K is the CT ratio, that is 300 by 4. Now after simplification we will get 680, 340 plus 340 is 680 plus 0.1 J upon, this is cancel out by this and this is cancel out by this, we can get 150 here, 150, and this is in the mod. After calculating this value we will get directly I am writing 4.53, we will get 4.53. Now put these values in the given expression 1. So we will put I1 minus I2 upon K is greater than and equals to nry n naught mod I1 plus I2 divided by 2K plus I pick. तो I1 minus I2 upon K value is 0.4 upon 300 greater than and equals to nr by n naught. nr by n naught value is 0.1. So we will write here 0.1 multiply 4.53. This is multiply plus I pick. I pick value is 0.1. After solving, we will get 0.4 upon 300 greater than or equals to 0.4 into 4.5. We will get 453. 0 point plus 0.1. If we add, we can get 0.553, and this is 0.4 upon 300. So you will see, if we check this expression, that this inequality will not satisfy the expression because this value is greater than this value. If we calculate 0.4 upon 300, we will get this value lower than 0.553. So we will say, we will conclude that 0.4 upon 300 is less than 0.553. This is the satisfy expression of this problem. So this means relay does not operate. This means relay does not operate. This is clear to you. The given question conclusion is that relay does not operate. Okay, so the question is based on the differential relay. You have to remember one point only, that I1 minus I2 by K is greater than and equals to nr by n naught I1 plus I2 by 2K plus I pick. This is the general condition for relay operate. Relay will operate at this point only. Okay, now see another topic, that is directional relay. That is directional. Directional relay. So what is the meaning of directional relay? We will see. The directional relay is a relay. The directional relay is a relay in which current flow in one particular direction. In which current will flow in one particular direction, then it is called as directional relay. Particular direction, then it is called as directional relay. Okay, it is clear to you that the directional relay has current flow in one particular direction. If the flow of current does not flow, if the current does not flow in one particular direction, then it is called as non-directional relay. Then it is called as non-directional relay. Okay, so see what is happening here. Suppose this is the relay, and this is the directional of operation of relay. This is the directional of operation of relay, this is called as relay. Okay, and this is the no operational direction. Relay will work from left to right only. If the current will flow from right to left, then the relay did not work. So this is called as directional relay. You have to understand the flow of current. Now see one more thing, that directional relay becomes overcurrent relay when if the current is our pickup values. Firstly we will write the heading here, directional overcurrent relay. See what happen in the directional overcurrent. If the current is ever pickup current, if the current is ever pickup current, then it is called as directional overcurrent relay. Now see with the help of example where we have put a directional relay or where we put have non-directional overcurrent relay. We will see the system. This is the this is S1, this is S2, this is relay 1, relay 2, relay 3, relay 4, relay 5, relay 6, and here we can fed to the load, and here we can write a relay 7. We will write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have to recognize that which relay is directional overcurrent relay or which relay is non-directional overcurrent relay. So one golden rule is there, you have to write one rule is here. If you determine the nature of relay, that you will do one thing only. In the case of fault, entire current goes into fault. If you do this thing only, you have to recognize the nature of relay. In the case of fault, entire current goes into the fault, because at the time of fault the current will flow into the minimum resistance path. Okay, so it is clear to you. Suppose the fault is happen here, then the current is flow from this to this here. Okay, current is flow from this to here, and current from this to flow here, and the nature of current is flow from this to here only, and from here to current will flow from this to this here. So in this way you will see. Okay, so here we say the current firstly flow in this direction, and after the fault the current is also flow in this direction only. So it will not change here, and similarly it will not change here. Similarly we can say here it not will change. Here the current will flow in this direction. Okay, so in this way we can recognize the nature of current. So you have to remember one point only. Generally at the source end, non-directional relay are used. Okay, so here we will see at the generating end relay 1, 3 and 6 are used. So relay 1, 3 and 6 is called as non-directional relay. whereas relay 2, 4 and 5 which is apart from the source, so relay 2, 4, 5 is called as directional relay. This is clear. Now what is the nature of relay 7? If we want to determine the nature of relay 7, then what happen here, because this relay is attached to the load, okay, so relay nature is decided by the load only. So you have to remember one more thing here, okay, if load is passive means that the load is absorbing the power. When the load is absorbing the power, suppose passive means load is absorbing the power, then the relay is what? Non-directional relay. Then relay is called as non-directional relay. If the load is active means that it will release, it will deliver the power to the element, then it is called as directional relay. Okay, so it is depend on the load. If the nature of load is passive, then it is non-directional relay. If the nature of load is active, it is called as directional relay. So you have to write here that 7th relay will work as directional relay as well as non-directional relay depending on the nature of load. If the nature of load is active, it is called as directional relay, and non-directional may it have passive nature. It is clear to you? Then you will recognize what is the where we will place non-directional relay and directional relay. One more thing is that the directional relay is more cheaper than non-directional relay. That's why we will place directional relay in a limited amount. Okay, so we will place the directional relay at the point 2, 4 and 5 only, and 1, 3 and 6 are the non-directional relay. So it is clear to you? In this lecture we discussed the directional relay and one numerical related to differential relay. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. Bye.